Hello. Today, I wanted to look at something that's regarded as being a bit um, controversial uh, within theological circles. And that's the idea of branch theory, or as I, as an Anglican Catholic, would say, branch fact. What this essentially means is that the Roman Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, and Anglican Catholic uh, churches um, have preserved their apostolic succession. For the Anglican Communion, that apostolic succession has been lost where the ordination of women has taken place. So that can't continue. And as dialogue with the Roman Catholics, dialogue with the Orthodox Church demonstrates that there can't be any further development on the grounds of ordination of women in 1976 in the Episcopal Church and in 1992 in the United Kingdom. So, but for Anglican Catholics, we preserved our apostolic succession. And I've talked about our succession before. I've told you why we believe that Anglican orders are valid in the eyes of Rome. I've told you how about that, how um, even if Anglican orders weren't actually valid, i.e., that Apostolic Curae was ill-judged and incorrect, uh, the Anglican Catholic Church still has got old Catholic orders within it, using the same form and intention. So there is, from a point of view of the apostolic succession, we believe fully that that is that we've kept that, and therefore the Roman Eastern Orthodox and Anglican Catholic branches are indeed branches of the Church. There is an organic unity in history in the Church. Of course, there is one big argument that gets said, and that is, well, hang on a minute. As people say, Rome don't recognise your orders, and uh, the Eastern Orthodox don't recognise your orders. If they agree on that, then your orders ain't valid, mate. Well, yeah, there is that, but see, the thing is that they they make the Eastern Orthodox Roman Catholic churches make their decisions based on different concepts of church. So, for example, the Orthodox Church don't even regard Roman Catholics as being Catholic. The Orthodox Church believes that the Catholic Church subsists in the Orthodox Church. Roman Catholics do the same thing. So, in that sense, Anglicans would be out by virtue of them being being former Roman Catholics. And Roman Catholics will regard anyone who does not subscribe to the authority of the Pope as being excommunicate, and therefore not part of the Catholic Church because it subsists in them. So the problem there, what we find then is you've got a conclusion being arrived at based not on the same uh, agreed premises, but from different aspects of the peculiarities of those denominations, which is not strictly true. And while I've spoken about apostolic curae and why that it has why that is incorrect, and how even then, even if it were correct, then the Novus Ordo under Pope Paul VI falls under the same problem as the as apostolic curae, and therefore our uh, sacraments are as valid as as the Novus Ordos. Now, from the Orthodox side, this is where it gets a little bit interesting because ordination in the Orthodox Church is bound up with orthodoxy. So the Catholicism of the Orthodox is bound up with preserving the deposit, preserving that Orthodox faith, and so that one's orders are only as valid as the Orthodox faith that one holds. Now, what is particularly neat, there is Archpriest Josiah Trenham wrote a book on rock and sand, where he examines the Protestant denominations and includes Anglicanism there. And he goes on to explain that there was a dialogue between the Orthodox Church in America and the Episcopal Church, and that the Orthodox Church in America felt that there was something truly there wasn't there was something truly wrong. There was no validity there, and unfortunately, there's a slight problem with that because Father Trenham hasn't gone into looking at. There's a statement from I think it's 1922, and I think it's from it's from the Ecumenical Patriarch, making a statement on Anglican orders and saying that the Orthodox Church regarded the Anglican orders as as having the same validity as that of the Roman Catholics, and therefore, were the Anglican Church to return to the Orthodox faith, there would be an ecumenical sort of replugging in the branch, and so that is an interesting statement in itself, that Anglican orders and Roman Catholic orders are viewed as being equally valid in the eyes of orthodoxy. Of course, as I said last time, the ordination of women has stopped any further movement in that respect. Understandably so. That's where we, as Anglican Catholics, find ourselves in this peculiar situation. But the point is, our orders are valid. We do see ourselves as part of the Orthodox Church, and therefore we would say that our orders are as valid as any other Orthodox priests, as any Roman Catholic priests. That's not to say that we don't appreciate that there are that not everyone feels that way, and that's why we hold on to branch theory, because for that reason, that we are so aware of our valid succession. Archbishop William Temple, he was the Archbishop of Canterbury during the war. He died, if memory serves, he died in office, the last Archbishop of Canterbury to die in office. But he saw very much the underlying principle of the church as being Christ's statement that Christ, is the true vine, and that we are the branches. And also thinking about the branches that can be grafted in or cut off, and the like. And that, I think, is how we as Anglican Catholics sort of view that unity, and it's something that Archbishop Haviland has made mention of in his statements on unity, that there is this underlying principle, this underlying vine of Christ to which we are plugged in, and that it is that vine that 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 forms us as branches, and why we think that branch theory is truly the situation as it is. Now, of course, as I say, people are going to object to that apostolicae curae, on one hand, not being of the Orthodox faith on the other. I've had a go at explaining those. But as Anglican Catholics, what our mission is to be part of that vine of Christ, that true vine, not only with the sort of tactile um, apostolic um, succession, but also with the apostolic teaching that goes with it. That's why we are so keen on that first 1,000 years of Christianity, because that's where the branching starts, and because we recognise ourselves as part of the church and not as being the whole Catholic Church, it puts us in a unique position whereby we can recognise the Catholicity of the Orthodox Church and the Catholicity of the Roman Catholic Church, the orthodoxy of the Roman Catholic Church, as well as the orthodoxy of the um, Orthodox Church, knowing that there are differences, that there are discrepancies, that there are doctrinal problems. But those doctrinal problems, whatever they are, we come back to the vine of Christ, in which we draw down our nourishment, the nourishment of the Holy Ghost, the living water that flows through our branch. And as long as we are allowing that water to flow, then we can truly give refreshment to the world. And so that's why we hold to branch theory. And I know that this video will not have convinced everybody, but I hope that you can at least appreciate that why we think what we do. And I think that's where I want to, again, just present the case and not have arguments. Nonetheless, God bless you. God bless you if you're a Roman Catholic. God bless you that you may receive the Holy Ghost in all that you do and work to the growth of Christ's Church. God bless you if you are Orthodox, that your devotion to keeping and guarding the deposit in your mind as well as in your heart and in your soul, that may drive you forward for church unity. God bless you, that together as Christians we may see God in each other and watch his light pour out from the face of everyone who adores Christ. God bless you. Please pray for me.